Hey everybody, it's Jackie. In this presentation, we are going to go over the final project for visual thinking, which is a series of color strategy paintings. So the objective of this assignment is to really show me what you've learned about mixing colors, specifically your idea to match a particular hue, and then how well you understand the vocabulary terms. You're going to start by creating a collage that will demonstrate your understanding of composition and potentially color harmony systems. You should keep in mind that this project will account for 20% of your final grade. So as with all the projects in this class, we want you to work slowly and carefully, and we will grade you accordingly. The due date for the project is the date of the final exam for your section of this course, so be sure to check Canvas for those details. So first I'm going to go over the instructions. To start, you're going to use Color-Aid paper, which there should be boxes of Color-Aid paper inside the classroom. They are small sheets of color that have been printed with very precise hues in a rainbow of colors. You're going to use this color to create an abstract composition. You should use a minimum of 6 colors. You don't really want to use too many more than 6, and keep in mind that your 6 colors should exclude black, white, and shades of gray. Now, if you are going to work with kind of a funky bluish, grayish, greenish color, that's totally fine, but if it's middle of the road, neutral gray, that does not count as one of your 6 colors. Black and white also do not count as one of your 6 colors. You need to use 6 colors, but the colors are your choice. You should try to pick a variety of hues, saturations, and values among the 6 colors that you choose. And you might want to think about working with one of the color harmony systems, such as analogous colors or a triadic color scheme for this initial collage. You should think about the principles of composition that we've been learning and try to make your collage as interesting as possible. It should be abstract. So again, nothing representational, no nameable things. You should be working with shapes, but they can be any kind of shape, be that curvilinear, rectilinear, organic, etc. You will be painting this composition 4 times, so do not use any shapes that are too intricate or too difficult for you to reproduce. If you need a refresher on how to use the tracing paper in order to transfer your images, check back on Canvas for the video that I posted showing you how to do that with the color wheel. So after you've created your composition, you are going to, well, first let me back up. You're going to put your composition on a piece of Bristol that has been cut down to size 7 by 10 inches. This composition is going to be kind of the key for the 4 paintings that you are going to make. After you have finished your collage, you're going to take a piece of the illustration board and cut it into 4 pieces that are also 7 by 10 inches. Each of these little canvases or little pieces of the illustration board are going to be what you're going to use for your 4 paintings. If you get lost along the way, you should refer back to the color scales exercise and the video that I've posted where I show you how to begin mixing color. So here is a student example from a few years ago. You can see the top left is actually her collage, and then the painting that is immediately underneath it is the painting where she has tried to match the colors in that first collage as closely as possible. So there will be 4 paintings in this series, and I'm going to go over the requirements for each of the 4 paintings in this presentation. So as I just mentioned, the very first painting is to match the exact colors of your collage as closely as possible. So again, on the top here, we have the collage made with the Coloraid paper, and on the bottom, we have the student's painting, which is very close to the values and colors and saturation levels up top there in the collage. Painting number 2 is an achromatic painting, which means that you should remove all of the hues from the original collage and try to think about how you can replicate the value only in this painting. So you can take a photo of your collage on your cell phone and put it in black and white to help you get a sense of the value range before you start this particular painting. So again, on the top we have the collage, and then on the bottom we have the student's achromatic painting. Painting number 3 is a high key painting. In this painting, you need to translate the values of your original composition into a high key painting. And what that means is you should try to make each color as close as possible to white while still reading as a distinct hue that relates to that original collage. So on the top we have the collage made from the Coloraid paper, and then below we have the student's high key painting, which you can see is very, very subtle and nicely done. Painting number 4 is compliments. Now this painting is the trickiest painting of all, the painting that the students in the past have had the most confusion about. So please pay attention while I explain this. So what you're going to do is you're going to use your collage as a guide. You will swap the hue of the original painting, or the original collage rather, with its complement. So if up top the color is a pale violet, below in your painting, for the final painting in the series, that pale violet becomes a pale yellow, because yellow is the complement to violet. You want to keep the value and saturation levels roughly the same. So if it is a dark purple, it becomes a dark yellow in the bottom, and yada, yada, yada. So if there is a dull red in your collage, in your 4th painting, you are going to paint a dull green. So this student actually worked with a complementary color scheme for the original collage, which is why there's still such a strong relationship between these 2 paintings and so many purples and yellows existing together in both works. Here are some other examples of student paintings and their collages here. So when you are finished with this project, you will scan and upload a PDF which contains images of all 5 works, beginning with number 1, your paper collage made from the Coloraid paper, and then the 4 paintings that work together in the series. All right, so that is it for this presentation. If you have any questions, I will see you on Zoom where we can discuss these things further. All right, good luck, everybody.